Yo, what's good? It's your boy J Will coming back with another one. And just one day after Baker Mayfield requests a release and was granted that release from the Carolina Panthers, the 2018 first overall pick is now moving on to the LA Rams. This just dropped today that the Rams did claim him off of waiver wires. If you do not know, the waiver wires works with the worst team getting the first available option to claim a player after they've been released, and it goes on to the best team getting the last chance. So a team like the Rams is one of the worst teams in the NFL this year after winning the Super Bowl last year. So they had an early option on opting in to get Baker Mayfield, and they chose to do just that. They did say one of the reasonings for them signing Baker Mayfield was because they could end up with compensatory pick around the 5th round, 4th or 5th round. I'm not sure what all goes into that, but they said if he signs with the team next year after this season, that there's a possibility of them receiving a pick. Also, Baker is going to be owed $1 million, I believe around 1.27 mil, around that amount was left on his Panthers deal. And it was interesting that Baker basically left the Panthers for a similar situation he might be in with the Rams. I know his pride probably got the best of him when being in Carolina. You know, he's a guy that probably thinks he's a little better than what he actually is, especially being that first overall pick. That really did get to his head. You can tell over the years, you know, playing good with the Browns to begin with, but then turning into, you know, dog BS towards the end. You know, he wasn't playing good, and with the Panthers, you know, he hasn't been that great either. Just got his job taken from Sam Darnold, who is also looking like a bust as well. But just like that, you know, one of the top QBs is going to be on his third team. You know, a lot of people thought the 49ers were going to be the team to pick them up because they're actually contenders and they actually have a chance of, you know, still, you know, making it to a Super Bowl possibility, and even, you know, more possible, you know, the NFC Championship game. So it looks like they'll just be rocking out with Brock Purdy. I'm sure they probably had Baker Mayfield on their radar, but the Rams are in the same division with the 49ers, so that might be a power move play as well, just a aha type of play, not only to, you know, get Baker and hopefully get some wins racked up towards the end of the year, but also to allow the 49ers not to pick them up. And you know, the slogan for the Rams has been F those picks, so I'm sure with them trading a lot of their picks throughout these past few years, they're trying to probably be positioned as good as possible for the teams that do have their picks, to make sure they're not early picks. So they still want to be competitive because they do have you know, teams that own their picks for the upcoming draft. So I'm sure that was another reason why they were wanting Baker Mayfield, as well as Watford. He had gotten injured on Sunday, a neck injury. And then Matthew Stafford, he's on IR until week 17, probably going to be on IR for the rest of the season, it's looking like. So Baker Mayfield was the next best vital option for them, it seems like. And, you know, he could possible, you know, use the Rams to resurrect his career. You know, he could just use the Rams to do that, and I believe, you know, it's a possibility it might happen, but I just think he's leaving one situation to go to another situation that's probably around the same where he's leaving. He probably was in a better situation with the Panthers. I would say they have more talent than the Rams at this point, at least on offense. You know, that offense for the Rams doesn't have much out there right now, with Allen Robinson injured, Cooper Kupp injured. I know the tight end was in and out. I'm not sure if he's still playing right now. that roster is looking really beat up right now. So I don't expect Baker to do anything more than what he's shown to do in the past. You know, and I really believe, you know, Baker Mayfield, you know, probably was probably feeling himself a little too much as far as, you know, a quarterback in his same draft that he was starting over before the season. He was starting over Sam Darnold. For him to come in after being injured and right after Baker Mayfield played questionable, taking his spot, and then he wasn't even dressing out for games, I believe, at this point. So he had went from being the first string to the third string quarterback. And, you know, all those quarterbacks coming out of that, I believe it was the 2018 draft, Baker Mayfield is on his third team. Sam Darnold on his second team. Probably won't be re-signed by the Panthers. Josh Allen, he's the only one to get that mega contract. Josh Rosen, I believe he's almost dang near out of the league at this point. And Lamar Jackson, you know, Action Jackson probably will be getting a big contract in the near future, if not being franchise tagged. So one of the few draft classes that have, what, 6 quarterbacks picked in the first round is looking to be one of the worst QB first round draft classes of the common era. Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen look like they're the only ones to hit. Lamar Jackson was the last pick of the draft as well. So hopefully this is a wake-up call for Baker, somebody who believes he's a lot better than what he actually is. Hopefully this can finally, you know, be a reality check for him going to his third team. He always brings off that, you know, that arrogant type of attitude, arrogant personality, that he's a lot better than, you know, what he actually is. He thinks he can make a lot of throws that he actually can't make. He thinks he's faster than what he actually really is. You know, just a lot of unrealistic expectations or unrealistic abilities that he thinks he has that he doesn't. And I think that might be what rub a lot of people in the locker room or a lot of guys around him or even coaches the wrong way, because he thinks he's a lot better than what he is. And if he just played to the abilities that he does have, he could really thrive if everything around him is perfect. So hopefully this is a wake-up call for Baker. Let me know in the comments down below, will he revive his career? And also, will the 49ers make it far in the playoffs without Baker Mayfield, without being able to get Baker? You already know, sub to your boy, smash that like button. We coming with that heat, man. Let's get it.